Welcome to the demonstration of Remote Data Plane in IBM Software Hub Premium. In this demo, we'll explore how an admin can create a remote data plane, deploy an IBM service instance on top of it, and monitor different data planes and service instances. Let's look at the common IT challenges organizations face today. Data is increasingly distributed across regions, clouds, and on-prem environments. Moving large datasets to a central location is costly, slow, and often violates compliance requirements. Organizations need a way to process data where it resides without losing centralized control. And tool sprawl creates fragmented governance. Multiple platforms mean inconsistent security and higher operational overhead. Businesses want a unified way to manage workloads across locations. Finally, scaling AI and analytics workloads is a major hurdle. Traditional on-prem infrastructure cannot flexibly handle peak demand for GPU-intensive jobs. Enterprises need a solution that allows them to run these workloads closer to the data and burst to cloud when needed, all under one unified platform. So, does IBM have a solution for these challenges? Yes, IBM addresses them with Remote Data Plane, a feature available through IBM Software Hub Premium. What is a remote data plane? Remote Data Plane is a feature in IBM Software Hub Premium that enables organizations to run IBM Cloud Pak for data services and clients-own containerized applications on local or remote clusters located wherever the data resides, while being centrally governed and orchestrated through a single control plane. This approach minimizes data movement, ensures compliance, and optimizes performance by bringing compute closer to the data, all under one unified platform. Why use Remote Data Plane feature? Cost optimization and efficiency. Optimize IT expenditures by deploying only the required compute closer to the data, reducing the need for extensive infrastructure and egress costs, and enable faster data processing, lower latency by optimizing for data gravity. A centralized control plane approach reduces environment duplication and avoids replacing existing tools, cutting costs on hardware, licensing, and operations. Scalability. RDP provides the ability to scale flexibly with features like burst to cloud, supplementing on-premises resources during peak demand periods, and GPU-aware placement for both IBM services and clients' own applications. Compliance and security. RDP ensures compliance with local data residency and sovereignty requirements by placing data planes without moving data, thus keeping information in region, while enabling flexibility and control over deployment, security, user management, etc. Now, let's take a quick look at how to set up and use Remote Data Plane. First, log in as a CP admin. This role has the necessary permissions to configure a remote data plane. Once logged in, click on the hamburger menu on the left, then select Configuration and Settings. Choose Data Planes from the list. Once you're on the Data Planes page, you'll notice two tabs, Data Planes and Physical Locations. Let's go ahead and click on the Physical Locations tab. Here you'll see two clusters. One is an on-premises cluster located in Toronto, and the other is a cloud cluster. Now let's take a look at the Data Planes tab. Here users can create data planes from the available physical locations using different combinations such as on-prem, cloud, or hybrid clusters. Here we have three combinations. The first is a data plane built with the cloud cluster. The second is a data plane built with the on-premises cluster. And the third is a hybrid data plane that combines both on-prem and cloud clusters. Now let's click on New Data Plane to create a new one for GPU clusters. Fill in the name, display name, and description of the data plane. Click Next. In this page, you would have to select the physical locations to include in the data plane. Once done, click Next. In this page, click on Enable Data Plane checkbox and click Create and Done. In the Data Planes tab, you can now see the newly created data plane for the GPU cluster. Similarly, you can create different data planes tailored for specific purposes, such as different teams, department, or regions. Once you've created a data plane, you can deploy a service instance on top of it. Let's first look at how you can deploy an IBM service instance on a data plane. To do this, open the navigation menu by clicking the hamburger icon. From the Services section, select Instances. On this page, you can see the list of deployed instances, along with the corresponding data planes they are running on. Note that when a user wants to deploy a service instance, there's no need to select physical locations. Instead, they can simply choose the data plane they want to deploy on. Now, let's look at how we can deploy a new data stage instance in a data plane. To do this, click New Instance. From the list of available services, select Data Stage. Click New Instance in this page. In the Instance Details section, enter the name and description for the instance and choose where it should be provisioned. In our case, it's a data plane. Next, select a data plane from the list of available options and click Save. Now click Next and choose the storage configuration you need. For this demo, we're selecting a configuration that is supported by Data Stage. Click Next again and select the hardware configuration shown on the screen. This setting controls the amount of resources the service will consume. For this demo, we'll stick with the default option. Click Next once more to reach the summary page where you can review all the selected details. Once everything looks good, click Create. Now you can see the newly created Data Stage instance in the Instances page. Next, a CPD admin can use the monitoring option under the Administration section in the navigation menu to monitor resource consumption across data planes and physical locations. Let's click on the data planes hyperlink. On this page, you can view the resource consumption details for each data plane. If you click on any data plane, you'll see the pods running on it with their individual details, along with resource consumption metrics, such as current vCPU usage and memory usage. This information is also displayed as a graphical representation at the top of the page. Once a CPD admin sets up the data plane and the service instance, a regular data stage user can go to the All Projects option under the Project section in the navigation bar to run a data stage job without needing to know or worry about the data plane or the remote cluster underneath. So in this demo, we covered what a remote data plane is, the benefits it brings to organizations, how to create one, and how to deploy and monitor an IBM application. We hope you found this video informative. Thank you for watching.